A very warm good afternoon in India and good evening and good morning in other parts of the globe. Live Holistic welcomes you again in another series of Yoga for Women where we are talking about women's health. And today on this Sunday, we are going to discuss with our experts about the gynecological health with yoga. Basically, there are a lot of problems women face in their day-to-day life, and this really is a very deep problem in our society. So there is a need for a solution for this problem. There is a taboo in society where we are unable to discuss these issues. So where there is such a scenario, there is a need for such a discussion where we can speak and discuss a problem related to women in gynecological health. So here we have our experts today with us who will discuss and give a solution in a yogic way. So we have with us Parveen Ma'am, who is a yoga teacher, international yoga teacher, and she will be discussing the gynecological health with yoga. And along with, we will also have a yoga session where Pratibha Thakur ma'am will be addressing us, will guide us, will give instructions in yoga from Vietnam. So Parveen ma'am is from Rishikesh. She is live with us from Rishikesh. And I welcome Parveen ma'am for being with us. And I really request you please just, can you give a brief introduction about you and your profession and the place where you are from, Rishikesh. So and whole Live Holistic team welcomes you, ma'am.
Thank you, Nilanchal. Hari Om, everyone. Uh, I'm not an international teacher, just a yoga teacher. Though in Rishikesh, everyone knows Rishikesh is a world capital, like capital of yoga. So many Western come, so that's the only thing. I've done my education from Dev Sanskriti University, and from there I know Nilanchal, and many people must be from there. Like I can see Bhavya. Uh, and today's topic is about women's health. Generally, we have a discussion with Nilanchal about this topic because it's a very important topic or important thing which we not only for the women but even for men also to know about the health, because generally when we talk about women health, especially when it connects with menstruation cycle, we think it's a normal thing. Everyone take it as a very normal process, normal thing. So here we have to understand here that it's not a normal process, but it actually have uh, so much. It actually affect like in the overall health of a woman. Just imagine if you don't sleep one night, how it affects your whole body for next day, because of the hormone change which take place in male also. Like female and male hormones are same, but in male, it's not that the effect you won't see that much because of the reason is only one reason is menstruation cycle. So today, what we are discussing about the not just the cycle, but the health, gynecological health, and how it is affected or how it is actually causing many health issues, not just hormonal health issue, but now it is also causing other psychological or physical or other, even it's affecting other areas. So holistically, if we say, it is actually affecting the holistical health of a woman. So here we need to understand how we have to work on that. Uh, so we will start with first understanding these problems. Like I won't go into anatomy of these problems, but we need to understand the issues in a very simple language. So as you all know, like if you have heard about this fact that if you don't sleep properly in the night, or or maybe if you have a night shift and you work whole night, then that the changes of hormone took place that night. You need at least 20 days to a month to balance that hormone. So you can imagine when a cycle starts, like, it's like actually a 1 month period. So it goes from it's a 7 day cycle, but it takes entire 1 month, 28 days, 27 to 28 days for the next cycle. So that 7 days, what actually happening in your body, you are releasing toxin out. But it's not just the toxin which is going out from your body. With that toxin, you're also releasing some nutrients out from the body, which may be essential for your body, which actually you can say it's a healthy thing which is going out, which is being thrown out from your body uh, with that toxin. So when that nutrient is being thrown out, and after the menstruation cycle, if we do not recover those nutrients which has been thrown out from the body with our eating habits or with our lifestyle, then we suffer from menstrual problems. It doesn't come in one day. It doesn't come in 1 month. It takes a life. It's actually take a time. Like for example, if you eat ice cream in the night and you're feeling cold, or not in night, even if it is raining or if it is cold and you have ice cream and you know that it's not healthy, and you eat ice cream, you keep on enjoying ice creams one after the other, it won't give you effect immediately. It will take some time, and then after some days or maybe a month, maybe a week, you may catch a cold, or you may catch a fever, or you may even feel acidity, or even you can have too much, you will feel too much heat into your body. Though ice cream is cold, but actual temperament of ice cream is it's actually warm. When you eat it, it's actually warm inside. So the effect will be such, like, and you can't say that, oh, suddenly I got a cold or suddenly I got a fever. There is nothing called sudden. It take a time. The same way, menstruation, disturbance in the menstruation cycle is not one thing. It's an on process which body gives you signal. Body gives you signal maybe with the headache. Body may give you signal with the improper sleep. It may give you signal with weak appetite, or maybe weakness, maybe tiredness, maybe pain in your lower extremity. So these are alarms, we say, natural alarms. And how we will realize that these are natural alarms? For that, we need to be aware for our body. We need to have awareness for our body. And how this awareness will come? This awareness will come with the regular practice, with the regularity or regular practice of asanas and pranayama, which make you aware of your body. And that awareness will give you realization of, if you are having let's say you may be having a stressful day, you know that how to now counter that. You may be into shavasana for a little long time, or you may do pranayama, some anulom vilom pranayama you can do. Also, it is said that when you are in cycle, if you do the pranayama practice, though in cycle generally what happens that you don't want to do something, or it's not want, it's basically your body is not ready, or your body is not in that state that you want to do any strenuous thing. So you feel to relax, or you want to lie down, or you want to be just like that. So during that time, if you just simply do a shavasana, no matter if you sleep also in shavasana, but after that sleep, then you will get up, you will be back with that energy. You will feel good. You will be more energetic. So these things we have to be very aware of. Now, as this menstruation problem increase, or if this is one side that you are getting aware by regular practice. But let's say if you are not aware, like most of us, we always neglect, especially women. Like you all have mothers at your home, and you all are females. You may have noticed from your mothers also, like the first priority if for mother is the family. So they always take care of family. They give everything to family. They give attention to the family. They are very particular and they are very aware of what everyone's like is, what everyone needs at time. Everything they are aware of. But the only thing they neglect is themselves. They are not aware of their body, or they may be aware, but they are not giving that attention to the body, which is somehow causing problem in their health. Now remember one thing, uh, being a woman, we are blessed with that motherhood. Like once this menstruation cycle is actually one of the cause of motherhood also. So if a woman is healthy, you can imagine a whole family is healthy. And if a family is healthy, the society is healthy. And same, if society is healthy, the whole world is healthy. So here, we need to understand that it should start from ourselves. Like we have to be more aware about our health and have to work for our health. Otherwise, there are so many health issues. Like if we talk about gynecological health, fibroids, or you can also say PCOD, PCOS, all these things, your in the ovaries, the cyst formation, and that basically you will you start noticing different symptoms in your body. For example, thinning of hairs. Now everyone have hair fall problems, and for hair fall problems or thinning of hair, what we all do, we try to go for best shampoos, or we try to go to saloon for hair spa and other stuff. Just imagine if you apply something externally, how it will actually give impact on your health. Something is happening inside root cause and work for that. Same way, either to increase in weight or decrease in weight. So either you are getting overweight or you are getting underweight. Again, both the things are actually one of the symptoms for hormonal disbalance. Other symptoms may be um, like same as I said, the appetite. If your appetite is not proper, that is also one of the symptoms. Having like any skin allergies is one of the symptom of again your hormonal disbalance. Morning you are some females, they feel fatigue in the morning, or some females by the end of the day they feel tired. Their lower extremities, they have pain in their lower extremities. They feel heaviness in their legs. So all these things are again some of the symptoms of these same menstruation problem. So what we need to understand, how to work for that problem. So to work for that to work for that problem, again we need to understand what yoga posture we need to do, because for that we have to understand that yoga, it actually exposes inner hidden potentiality. So yoga is not just a physical exercise, but also you need to know about yourself. You have to work for your body, and that you will only get to know when you start practicing, because that will actually let you know what you are supposed to do and what you are not supposed to do. Or in other words, I can say that what you are supposed to do in a normal way and how you have to modulate your practice when you are on your cycle. Okay, so here one thing which I wanted to add is that none of the yoga practices, one thing you always remember, that there is nothing like you should not do it, but you need to know how to do it, right? So here uh, this the topic of today is actually on women, and we have to adjust our practice during our monthly cycle. Every woman knows that her body undergoes certain changes during the whole month because of every month we menstruate. It is significant or function, actually. It's the most important function which differentiates us from a man, right? And in this respect, we have to acknowledge our body, which is very, very important. Now, when I talk about if menopause, not just the menstruation time also the body is changing, but especially now if we talk about menopause, most of the women, they actually don't appreciate their body, or they don't want to get into that change. The aging is normal thing. or change in the body is a normal thing. We have to appreciate that instead of getting worried about that, or instead of having anxiety for that. We have to appreciate that, and we have to understand our body. We have to welcome that change. And definitely, if we practice, if we keep our practice in a continuation, if we take care of our food, if we take care of our diet, then nothing will going to happen. Then whatever the changes will happen, you mentally also we will be very relaxed, and mentally also you not just mentally but holistically you will be very relaxed, and you will not have a much of the problem. Also, according to Ayurveda, actually hormone is a medical terminology, but according to Ayurveda, we don't have this hormone thing, but hormone is there, but Ayurveda deals with this vata, pitta, kapha. Like vata is air element. I don't want to get, but just in a very layman language, if I'll explain that our body has this air, fire, and water element. So if during the cycle time, the fire element is too much, which actually helps in releasing the toxin out from our body. So the body aches and pains are, if the body actually have this pain or ache, it's because of vata. Too much air element is there. If less bleeding or there is a sudden stoppage is there, that's also because of too much air in the body. Also, if you get fever, the fever is there, or these, like all these symptoms is disbalance in the body. So what we need to understand, to keep the pitta, or to keep the fire element, or to let the this fire to release the toxin out from the body. Again, the same thing, lifestyle. We have to work on the lifestyle. So in Ayurveda also, they main focus on cleaning the body. They even in yoga we talk about cleaning the body. That's simply detoxification. And for that detoxification, what we are supposed to do, same thing. We have to do some asanas. We have to do some cleansing process. We have to do some pranayama. There are mudras. There are locks. There are some pressure points. So in a combined way, in a holistic. Because see, we don't have to work in one perspective or in a one way. We have to work holistically. So if we start with just with asana, then that maybe physically you feel okay, or maybe let's say mentally you will feel okay. But what about your breath? And mentally also, the time you will practice, you're okay. After some time, you will again have that issue. So to actually work in deeply, we have to work together. We have to holistically work for that. So what we have to do here is now, we need to understand first what kind of asanas we have to practice. So now, as you know, that menstruation blood has to discarded. You should not hold abdomen, right? You have to like especially tightly. You should not hold abdomen. So you have to choose those asanas in which you do not hold the abdomen hard or tight. Like for example, plank, or let's say any posture where you are using your abdomen muscle or core muscle strongly. So that you have to avoid. So what you can do, you can practice, like for example, supine posture. So in the next session, in our next session, we have Pratibha, which is she's a very good and great teacher from Vietnam, and she'll be showing you some posture what we can do during cycle or without during cycle or the normal days we can do. So here, after the after asanas, what else you can do is the pranayama. So one more thing, sorry. When you are doing asanas, avoid doing locks during the cycle. So when you are, for example, let's say inversions, right? In a normal day, you do a lot of inversion asanas. So in inversion, what happens? If you are aware of lock, then you will realize that you are actually performing lock. But if you're not aware of lock, still you are into that lock when you do inversion. So that this is one of the reason in menstruation cycle we don't do inversion asanas. Also, one more reason of not doing all these asanas, inversions, or any core strengthening asanas is the prana. Now, our body is made up of 5 prana, like prana, apana, udana, vyana, samana. So one of the prana named apana, which actually helps in eliminating the waste out from our body. So menstruation cycle also is being controlled by this apana prana. Now the direction of Apana Prana is to go downward. But if you do inversion, what will happen? That will actually disturb in that flow, which is actually, you will see the change into your cycle. And many women, they feel that no, we can do everything. Though women are strong, we can do everything. They are strong mentally also. But according to if we see according to our body, or according to our prana vayus, according to our elements, according to the three doshas, it will disturb the flow of prana. So that is one of the reasons we have to understand that we should avoid these postures during our cycle. Now, after this supine postures, like, we can also go for some forward extensions. But remember one thing, whenever you are doing forward extension, now some forward extensions are inversions, but we can still do forward extension during the cycle with the head support. So when you take a head support and you do any forward fold, that is actually help in releasing your abdomen region, relaxing your abdomen region. So that also you can help, you can actually perform in your cycle time. Okay, so these are some of the asanas which you can perform. Also, apart from this, shavasana is actually during cycle is must. As I already told, that even if you are doing a pranayama, for example, in cycle, sometimes we don't want to do any asana, or our body is not that ready, or we don't feel that energetic, that we like that energy is lacking in us during that time. So what you can do, you simply lie down, you perform alternative nostril breathing, which is anulom vilom pranayama, or you simply do the yogic breathing. And during that time, even if you get into shavasana, even if you sleep, that's very good. So that practice we should not skip, just that we cannot, just like if we are not able to do any asana, it's not like we should skip our practice. We can still continue our practice by getting lie down in shavasana, doing normal pranayama. Pranayama, we should not do bhastika, especially bhastika and ujjayi pranayama we should avoid. But anulom vilom pranayama or yogic breathing are the practice which we can do during our cycle time. Also, few not during cycle. Now if I talk about the normal days, now in normal days, you should do standing posture more, and you should do like, for example, 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes of your practice should be there, and 8 to 10 minutes, no matter if you haven't done your practice, but you have to spend 8 to 10 minutes in inversion. I'm not talking about during this menstruation time, but I'm talking about your regular time. In regular time, you should do some inversion, because inversions are really, really helpful. Even it is helpful for your menopause time, because that is the time where or menstruation, inversion is one of the practice which helps in in not only the blood circulation, but that blood circulation will help the body to throw the waste out, and that is very, very important. I'm actually focusing on inversion more because this is something which I think we women are lacking, and many women, they do all the practice, no matter how much strenuous asanas you are doing, no matter how much practice you are doing, if you haven't done inversion, your practice is still not complete. So make sure whenever you are doing your practice, you have some inversion. Shirshasana, if you can do, well, very good. If you have any neck issue, you can do still Shirshasana with rope, or you can do with some support, with chair, or even if you can do Sarvangasana, some inversion, any variation of the inversion you can practice. Now, again, the pranayama thing which I was telling you, one thing I wanted to add here is, about the three gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas. Now that also plays an important role here. Why you are not able to do during menstruation much of the asana, and why normal days you are very active in the asanas? The reason is, regular days we are more rajasic, we are more rajas because of estrogen, and during the cycle we are more tamas. So when we are more tamas, we don't feel to do things, and that is the reason if we do pranayama, that helps us to come out from that tamas thing. So that is also very important, that tamogun is thrown out with that relaxation. So we have to practice, and during the pre-menstruation period, when you know that you get tension, hardness, etc., the best thing is pranayama, which is alternative nostril pranayama. So that you have to practice. So in the next class, in the next session, which is in a continuation, Pratibha will be teaching you, or will be showing you especially the asanas and the pranayamas which you can do during the cycle and without cycle. Now we should avoid bandhas during the cycle. And another thing is the food, which is very important thing. After asanas, pranayama is now food. Food is in food, when we talk about, especially during PMS, what we all want to have is chocolate, coffee, or we want to have like we crave for different things. The craving actually is not for chocolate or coffee, but the craving is mainly for your thing which the nutrient which is being thrown out from your body. So to balance that nutrient, we need to have that. We actually crave for coffee, or we crave for uh, your chocolate or other things. So what we need to understand is having fruit, including fruit into our food. How to include fruit, not with the meal, but before meal or after meal, especially on an empty stomach. Fruit consumed on empty stomach is like a medicine. It's actually, it helps in uh, how to say, it helps in clearing out the toxin from the body, which takes form of fibroid or other health issue. And also it rejuvenates your body. It helps in balancing the the things which are actually lacking in your body. So fruits are very important. Then timing of the food, make sure you have a fixed time, that it's not like whenever you want you are eating. Especially now everyone is at home, so we feel whenever. And one more thing, if everyone is at home now, so if you are a mother, then you must be doing these things, that you may like take care of the whole family. You are giving food to everyone, but if we talk about you yourself, then you are neglecting yourself, or eating whenever you want to eat, or eating late. That is also very wrong. So make sure you have a time to eat. Make sure you should have proper meal, vegetables, more fruit, and make sure in your meal you should have all carbs, you should have proteins, you should have some minerals, and have good amount of water. Water is something which most of the women avoid, especially when they are traveling. So now you are not traveling, so that's the best thing, you can have water. Remember one thing, it's better to be out than to be in. So you have to keep drinking water, because one of the property of water is cleaning. So you have to keep drinking water to avoid the collection of toxin into your body. So these are some tips you have to understand for your body. And we will now have Pratibha to she will to show the asanas here. Okay, before going there, can we have the slides here of the previous slide? There are some researches I was going through where you can see that how yoga asanas is actually helping in your menstruation, like managing your menstruation time. So you can see that the cases and the control, like you can see the blue bar and the red bar, and here you can see how the cases is being decreased and the control increased. So you don't have to go to doctors, you don't have to get worried. See, one more thing, don't go to doctor doesn't mean that you are not sharing your problems, because when we talk about women problem, most of us we even feel shy to share our health issues with anyone. See, it's normal, it's just the body health. We have to have this knowledge, we have to have this understanding that we have to share our problems, plus we need to be aware of our thing. And instead of going for directly for tablets, we can practice these asanas, we can practice a sequence, and with pranayama, with our diet, you will see change. This is just in 2 months. You can read here, sorry, 3 months. This is just the period of 3 months and vast change. Can we go for the next slide, please? Now, also there is this research paper where, again, menopause. Now, I intentionally took off this this menstruation cycle. Now it's for menopause also. Even in menopause also, if you are doing 30 to 40 minutes, just 30 to 40 minutes daily yoga practice for 12 weeks, have seen drastic change in the health of women. So these are some of the researches. You can see there are many researches on Google. You can go and you can see the research, and you will notice. And also there are we have today many participants here who have done, who are actually a yoga practitioner, and they are practicing yoga from many years, not just months, but from years, and they have seen vast change into their body with regular practice of yoga. So it's something which we have to work on, something which we have to always add into our curriculum. Same like how we have eat food, how we sleep, how we take shower, how we clean our house, how we do so many things. Same way we have to be aware of our body, and we have to work for your body, because first comes you are the first, and then the other people or other thing comes. So now we will have a yoga session, and which Pratibha ji will be showing you the asanas, and after her session we'll be having questions. So any questions you have, you can just type on the chat, and we will be answering your questions after this session. So I'll hand over to Nilachal, so you can.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you for this valuable session. And here we are now coming to our next session, and in continuation, of course, we just now know that there are a lot of benefits of yoga, asanas, pranayams, kriyas, but we should also practice it. So if you have any questions, you can just type in the chat box, and or we will take it in the last session, in the question answer session. And just right now we will move to our next session, that is the practical yoga session with Pratibha Ma'am, who is live to us from Vietnam, and she will be taking our yoga session. So Pratibha Ma'am, over to you.
Hello everyone, my name is Pratibha. So everybody is know here by here. So let's start our practice for women health. As Parveen explain everything, why have women have problem and why have they suffer. And now is a modern time. Everybody is 10 to 5 or 6 women is suffering from the health issue. So here I am to explain some yoga practice, and with pranayam, with breathing, mudra and asana. So let's start, because it's a lower body part, the reproductive system. So we from standing position. Okay, so you can stand up, you can see me, can come on top of a mat, joins your palm. Inhale, you have to both arms up. Back bend as much as you can, look up. This is the, and hold your position as much as you can. If you can, go back as your capacity. If you can't, just head up, look front. Exhale, your hand go back down. If you can't, just try to straight your back, touch your finger on your mat or on your floor. If you can't catch your knee, try to straight your back, look front, and hold here some breathing. Deep inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If you can touch your palm on your mat. and try to your hips little bit more forward, or you can touch your forehead on your feet. If you can't, just stay there. Now your right leg back, look front, and if you cannot, slightly bend your knee on your mat, touch your palm and look front. Hold here some breathe, deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. Now touch your palm. Slowly your left leg back. Your back should be straight. Your knee should be straight. Look front. Hold here some breath. If you can't able, don't be hold here. You can go down. But if you can able, you can hold your breath here. Deep inhale. Exhale. Two more time. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now drop your knee down. Chest down. And chin down. Exhale. Hold your breath here. Again, hold your position. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now relax your feet. Inhale. Now you lift your shoulder up. Feel pressure on your lower thigh. Look up. And hold here some breath. You have to lift your upper body. Don't lift your hand. Just lift your upper body. Look up as much as you can. If you can't, you can touch your elbow on your mat and look up. You can hold here also. Take some deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now slowly, both hands near your chest. Again, touch your feet. And Parvatasana. Touch your heel. If you can, if you can't, leg little bit more forward. You can lift your heel also up if you can't, or if you can not touch your heel on the floor or on your mat. So it's okay, also fine. You can hold your breath here. Because if you're doing some posture, you have to keep breathing. Focus on your breath. Because if you can't focus on your breath, it's not like a yoga posture or yoga asana. So whenever you can hold, just try to hold, keep breathing and focus on your breath. Now your right leg forward, same before we have done. If you can't, you can also touch your knee on your mat, touch your feet, look front. 3 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Now Padhastasana. Again, your left leg, touch your palm if you can. If you can't, just straight your back, look front. Hold here. 1. If you can't, you can also touch your palm on your knee, but your knee, your hamstring should be straight, your back should be erect and look front. If you can't do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now both hands straight and little bit hips forward and look up. If you can't, just look up. If you can't, your elbow back, just try to straight your elbow, because you have to maintain your position. Wherever you can stay, no problem. Just stay there with correct position. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale again, Pranamasana. So is it done with one leg? One more leg we are doing we here with a name of asana. Now use it up one first position, Pranamasana. Inhale, Hattotasana. Look up, hands up. Exhale, both hands forward. If you can, just stay there. If you have back pain, because a lot of ladies have back pain, they suffering back pain, so don't worry, they can straight back, touch your palm on your thigh or on your knee, wherever you can feel comfort. And then Asvasanchalan. Now, before we have done right leg, this time we start from left leg. So left leg back, touch your knee. If you can't, if you can, able straight your knee. Now your right leg back. If you want, just hold here and take some deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Your spine, your hips, your heel, your neck in a line. Now touch your knee, your chest, chin down. Sasang Namaskar. Now relax your heels, relax your hips. Now lift your upper body and hold. This is a very good position for a woman because they have so many problems they suffering. Before Praveen, they explain a lot of things. So it is a very common posture they can do in daily routine lifestyle. So exhale, Parvat Asana. Now if you can't straight your knee, slowly one leg straight, and then you can second leg straight. If you cannot straight your knee, don't worry, no problem. You can just hold your breath wherever you can hold, and exhale. Again inhale, hold your position, exhale. Now again left leg forward, Asvasanchalan. If you cannot left leg directly forward, you can touch your right knee and slowly right. Left leg forward, your left leg and both hands. Your both hand outside, your left leg between your palms. If you can able, straight your knee. If you can't, just hold your position. Now slowly your right leg also forward. Exhale forward. If you can, otherwise just stay there. Now both hands forward, inhale, both hands up and look up, Hastottasana, or look front, and exhale, Pranam. So it is a sun salutation for Burma. You can do this posture, this sun salutation 10, 15 times, because most of ladies have obesity. They have lack of practice for them body, so they have to some continue practice with sun salutation. And I think sun salutation is a very good practice. Everybody they can do. If they can, they can modify some posture can do. Okay, so and everybody can do practice this then what they want, like if they want to 5 times, 10 times, 15 times, whatever they want, so they can do. Okay, so we next position we are have Trikonasana, 10 or 5 times. But if you not flexible, you have knee pain, you can bend slightly, it's also fine, no problem, no issue. Okay, so we going more. So now open your leg little bit and both hand catch your heel. You have to little bit forward bend. Now catch your heel if you can. If you can't, you can bend your knee slightly. So catch your heel, and if you can, go down. If you cannot, just straight your back and look front. Is it okay? If you can catch your heel or catch your feet and go down. No problem. If you can't, don't worry, because so many person, they are not flexible. They have a show and they really feel I can't do this. So don't worry about that. You can also stay there, but be sure your back and your should be straight, your knee is straight, and hold here. If you can, catch your heel, and you can bend your elbow little bit and little bit more forward and hold. Take some deep breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Now come back slowly and little bit both hand on your back, because we have done forward bend, so we have to back bend also. Now both hand on your back, push your hips little bit forward and look up. Open your chest. If you can, rotate your shoulder, look up, your elbow should be closed, and hold. Deep breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. We again repeat the same posture one more time. Now again, if you can catch your back, look front. If you can catch your heel, also fine. You have 2 and 3 options. You can choose anyone. So we're going to catch our back and look front. And exhale. Hold your position, whatever you can hold, no problem. And deep breath. Because whenever you have doing some posture, you have to focus on your breath. So just remember where you can inhale, where you exhale. So we again catch your heel and go little bit more, exhale and hold. Hold our position, hold our asana, 1, 2, because if our position will be hold, it will be more effective. If we don't hold, it not make our physical, mental health some. So I think we should hold any position. Okay, so little bit come back and again back bend. Both hand on your back. Look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we have next asana, malasana. So it is the same position. You can open your leg, and if you want, joints your palm. If you have knee pain or any other issue, so you can bend your knee, both hands on your knee, slowly hips down and joints your palm and hold it. If then you can't do this, you can use also block and touch your hips on your block and hold your position. Take some deep breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If you don't have rock, you can use towel, blanket, or pillow. What you have, you can use anything, no problem, because somebody no have block, so don't worry about that. Again, slowly come back, straight your knee. Be doing one more time. Again, inhale, exhale, go down. If you can, no need to take support by your block. If you can't, you can touch your hips on your block. If you can, just stay there. Down your hips, straight your back, because every position you have to straight your back, because it's more effective. And hold here. Deep breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Now slowly take support by your hand and slowly sit down. Now we are going to next posture. It will be Naukasana. So you can go by you can bend your knee if you want, like so many person they can't do the position. So if you want, touch your palm and lift your left leg up. Exhale, inhale, exhale. So if you can't, you have option, you can lift your both leg or one by one. If you can, try to both leg up. Your back should be straight and straight your knee. Hold here If you can, now both hands straight, both legs straight, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale. Have so many person they can't straight back, straight knee, so they can both catch the thigh, inner thigh, and they can keep the straight back and try to bend your knee and hold there, or if they can straight your knee and hold, they can hold here also, because it take a little bit support by your hand, and it's a little bit simple more than this position, so they can hold here. Okay, so our next position will be Paschimottanasana. Here we have to straight our knee. Now raise your arms up, inhale. Now your back hand should be straight, and you have to exhale and forward. If you make arch on your spine, you don't feel your abdomen or reproductive system have some pressure. So should be feel the hamstring stretch, your back stretch, and feel wherever you can stretch, where you feel something different and something position hold, you can do this. And now if you can catch your feet, if you can't, hands up. If you can, hands up, back straight, and hold here. And if you can go down more, catch your feet. If you cannot, you can bend your knee just slightly, catch your ankle and little bit forward, but your spine should be erect and look front. You don't have to touch your forehead on your knee. If you can't, just stay there. If you're able, you can go back and just stay there and hold here. Take some deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Now relax your hand, both hands up. Inhale and exhale. Relax your hand. Now we are doing one more time. Inhale, raise your arms up. If you have menstruation problem, circle, because every woman have every month, so they can avoid the yoga posture. They can follow the pranayama mudra also without the bandha. So exhale, we can again go to the Paschimottanasana. If you can catch, if you can't, take the towel, or you can take the used belt. Now both feet together, your toes should be straight, and just catch your belt in and straight your spine, look up. If you can catch your toes and straight your spine, look up. If you can't, hold here, no problem, no issue, and just make sure your spine should be erect and hold here. Take some deep breath. Inhale. Inhale and exhale. If you can, go down, try to touch your stomach, your chest on your knee as much as you can, and hold here. If you can, go more down. If you can't, just stay there. Feel pressure on your stomach, on your inner thigh, on your hamstring. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now slowly come back. If you have back pain, you also no need to forward a lot. You can do this same position. It's no problem. Okay, so next posture is the bridge or Setu Bandhasana. So we can bend our knee. Slowly lie down by your back. Both hands, if you can, catch your heel. If you can't, don't worry. Touch your palm under your thigh and lift your hips up. If you can't lift your hips up, you can also take block. You can keep block under your back, and you can take support by block and hold your position. Your knee, your heels should be in a line. If you can more up, lift your hips as much as you can, hold your position. If you can't, you can take support by block and hold here. Deep breath. And exhale. Inhale. Feel stretch on your lower back, on your thigh, on your under knee, on your shoulder, back. Exhale. Now bend your knee, Parveen Muktasana. Catch your knee and slowly touch on your chest if possible. If you can't, just stay there. Try to up your head, touch your nose on your knee and hold. 1. If you can, hug your knee, catch your elbow and hold. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now relax your leg. One more time. Inhale. Now if you can, catch your heel. If you can't, no problem. Just stay there. If you are not comfortable, you can bend your elbow. Both hands under your back and you can hold your position. If you don't have block, you can hold here. If you can't, just stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly come back. Now bend your knee again. Exhale. Hug your knee, Parveen Muktasana. Touch your nose on your chin, forehead. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now next asana is Sarvangasana. Who have neck pain, so they can avoid or they can use the towel or blanket under your neck. It's make them neck relax. So it also it's one option. And now straight your leg. If you can, straight your knee. If you cannot, you can bend your knee slightly and try to push your hips forward a little bit and slowly both hands catch your back and both hands under your back. Take support by your hand. Straight your knee, your feet, your hips, your back should be in a line. And take some deep breath here. Hold your position. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now slowly bend your knee, flex your back, and exhale. Now slowly come back. Is it a posture? I'm just showing you 2 and 1 time, but you can do it more. It's depend on you as much as you can. But please, if you can't do some posture, take some guideline with teacher or with a friend who can do the posture correctly. Okay, so we going more and posture now. Butterfly. Bend your knee, both feet together. Now both hands catch your feet. Your spine again should be straight. And if you can't, you touch your knee, no problem, just there. Or you can use the block under your knee, okay, because it's make your inner thigh extend, so it's good for women. And you can go forward, exhale, your spine should be straight. But if you can't go down more, no problem, just take your spine straight, keep your spine straight and just hold here. If you can go more down and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly come back. Now, if you want, you can remove the block. If you don't want, you can use. If you don't have block, you can also use some towel or yoga mat or some any blanket, any kind of blanket. Now, if you can push your knee down, both hands on your knee. Again, same position, exhale forward. Feel pressure on your inner thigh, your spine should be straight, and go forward and feel pressure and hold your position because it is the best posture for women. They can feel if they're doing every day in a life. I think they can feel it how is important. So hold here, take some deep breath, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. If you cannot knee down, no worry, it's okay, also fine. You can catch your knee. You have to your lower back push forward. When you push your lower back, you can feel your inner thigh pressure is a very important for reproductive system, and because so many problems come from that system. So also fine, no problem, because everybody is not flexible. So no problem, just stay there. Just if you want to stay there, no problem. If you want to stay, you can touch your knee, also fine, no problem. Okay, one more time. Again, exhale. Now, both hands forward. Touch your elbow on your mat. Straight your back. Just stay there. Look front. Your spine should be straight. If you can't, just don't touch your, just touch your palm. Don't touch your elbow. If you can't, if you can, try to touch your elbow also. Feel pressure on your lower back, lower thigh, inner thigh. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, both hands straight, little bit. If you want, just stay there. If you can't, touch your palm on the mat, no problem. You can take 1 block, 2 block, or 3 block, but your spine keep straight and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you can, go down more as much as you can. If you cannot, just touch your palm, bend your elbow, and hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly come back. Exhale. Now, we have some pranayama. So next hour is pranayama. So take any comfortable posture. If you want to sit butterfly, it's okay. If you want to cross your leg also. If you want to go more asana, so you can spread your leg, like open your both leg, little bit Vunamana asana, like because butterflies bend your knee, and Vunamana asana is expand your leg, so you can go more forward and you can do so many posture. So it's accept you, so you can do more than whatever you can do. So now we're going to pranayama. You can cross your leg, you can sit butterfly, you can sit vajrasana or padmasana. You can choose any posture. So now we're going to padmasana. So first is the anulom vilom bhastrika. As Parveen, they explain you everything. um, she told everybody like anulom vilom bhastrika or ujjayi pranayam. So being from anulom vilom pranayam, so you can raise your right hand up and first and second finger touch on your under your knee, and this is called pran mudra, and your right thumb on your right nostril, and you have to inhale from left side your left hand you can make Gyan Mudra or any Panch Mudra. So it's depend on you. You can catch anyone. So now inhale from left side. Now if you want, you can hold your breath. If you beginner, so you no need to hold your breath. Just continue. Exhale from right side. Now again inhale from right side and exhale from left. Is it the first round is complete? And we going to more. Inhale, exhale. Now you can close your eyes. Inhale from right, exhale from left. One more round. Inhale from left side, close your left nostril. Exhale from right side. Again inhale from right nostril, exhale from left. Now is it the done? Like everybody know, you have to take from left side, exhale from right, right inhale, exhale left. Is it like alternative breathing process? So first take inhale from left, exhale right, inhale right, exhale left. So it's going to like this, okay? And I think is Anulom Vilom Pranayam everybody can do. Is very simple and very effective. So if you have menstruation problem, if you have pain, stomach, so you can do and every time, but you have to stomach your empty, keep your stomach empty, and you can do its pranayam more than 10 or 5 or 15 minutes, except you. And next pranayam, if you doing pranayam or asana, put some yogic lifestyle. So I think you should follow the morning time 5 to 8. It's very good for you. Pranayama or posture, mudra, bandh. So, but if you don't have time, so you can take evening time or afternoon. But your stomach should be empty. Okay. So next pranayama is Ujjayi pranayama. So in Ujjayi pranayama, we breathing from nostril, both nostril, inhale and exhale with the throat. We doing exhale by nose, but some have voice exhale. Now you can make Gyan Mudra. You can close your eyes, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Or you can maybe touch on one hand on your stomach. You can feel the vibration on your stomach. You inhale, it's going grow up, and exhale, it's go down. Inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Now slowly come back. I think it's every pranayam very effective. If you can't do some posture or asana, so don't worry. I think you should give your more than time on pranayama. It's very effective or would make your life very healthy. Okay, so now we going to next pranayam is the Bhastrika pranayam. In Bhastrika pranayam, you have to
Pratibha ma'am, actually we are actually running out of time. I just there are some questions also related to pranayam. We can carry them in the next session, that is question answer sessions also. So I request
Okay.
you and Parveen Ma'am to just ready for the next session where we have a lot of questions and we will be taking questions according to our time. And Parveen Ma'am, uh, yeah, she is also with
Oh,
us.
hello.
Uh,
Okay.
okay, so
Yeah.
Parveen Ma'am.
Yeah, Nilanchal, I think I can't see the questions because
Yes, ma'am. I will be reading out the
well,
questions and
okay, yeah, okay,
okay, ma'am. Okay.
yeah.
So there is a question. It was asked by Palak from Saharanpur that
Mhm.
you just mentioned during your presentation that inversion should be practiced. So she is
Mhm.
asking, should we practice inversion during menstruation also?
I told already. What's the name? Sorry, missed
Her
it.
name is Palak from Saharanpur.
Palak. Palak. If you remember, I mentioned though inversion we should not do during cycle, but if you are doing with head support, like for example, if you are using any prop, you can use a cushion or a block with a cushion. Make sure your head should be supported. So with that head support, if you practice inversion, that that won't give any side effects. That's actually good. You can do during your menstruation. Like downward dog, you can do during menstruation with head support. Only the thing which you should avoid is the complete inversion, which is your headstand, like Shirshasana or shoulder stand, your Sarvangasana, that you can avoid. Apart from that, like downward dog itself is an inversion. Uttanasana itself is an inversion. So that you can practice with head support. And even Paschimottanasana is one of, it's not an inversion, but it's the same like Uttanasana. So if you're doing forward fold in sitting, then make sure that you are not pressing your abdomen. Nilanchal, I think you missed some question. There was few questions before this question.
Yes, ma'am. These questions were asked personally to privately to me in my chat.
Okay, okay.
There were a few more questions. One question is from Rafika. I don't know where from.
Rafika ji, yeah.
Yeah, she is asking that can we do Purna pranayam during menopause or menstrual cycle? Purak Rechak with Antar and Bahir Kumbhak.
Uh, Hariom Rafika ji. Yes, you can practice. I think it's always good when we practice with internal retention before cycle. After cycle, external retention. If you do like, after cycle, Bahaya Kumbhak, you should practice after the cycle, the external retention. So internal retention before cycle, external retention after cycle. If you practice like this is one way of practicing. If you practice like this is also very good, and you can see the change into your breathing also. But before menopause, I always recommend that if you are a beginner, then don't go with the retention. You just go with your inhalation and exhalation, and it depends upon your practice. So there is no hard and fast rule that you should not or you should. But for a beginner, only inhalation, exhalation. And as you are into your practice, regular practice, like from a year or more than a year, then you first add internal retention and then external retention. And Rafika ji, I think if you are already a practitioner, then you should do with retention, and that will actually help you a lot. I hope you got your answers. Thank you, Rafika ji.
Definitely. Thank you, Parveen ma'am. One question is from uh, uh, her name is Arunima Sahu. She's asking related, her question is related to some uterus problem. She's asking, good afternoon, ma'am. Would you please explain how yoga can help in adenomyosis or bulky uterus
Yeah,
in patient?
yeah. Adenomyosis. Yeah, yoga will help. Now, see, this bulky uterus or this problem is basically, it's again toxins are getting collected in your body, which is actually causing this problem. So if at the very beginning, if you get to know, and this is one of the reasons, like this is one of the problem which girls at very early age who get their cycle, most of these girls also have this problem. And the reason is the lifestyle. So if you work on your lifestyle and if you are regular on your practice, then I think it will help. Your lifestyle includes your food, And also it includes your sleeping and waking cycle also, like when you go to your bed, when you get up, how your routine is. That is very important. So if you just it won't help if just 1 hour asana you will do. Definitely it won't help. You have to change your lifestyle. So if you change your lifestyle from from eating habit to getting up early, to also doing some meditation and pranayama. See, for any health issue, a holistic approach is always preferable, because you don't know what is the cause for that problem. So it may be because of, see, according to medical science, cause for all the problem is just biological body or some external thing, or sometimes even medical science don't get the cause of the problem. But according to yogic science, we always see from a very higher perspective. We see from the cosmic, not cosmic, sorry, your auric body, your pranas, your koshas, your elements. So some of the actually imbalance in these things cause the problem. So if you practice, when we talk about yoga, so yoga is a combination of your meditation, your pranayama, your asana, plus yes, some if you read some scriptural books or read some good books which actually give you some motivation. And also these are holistic approach which will definitely deal with the problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Runima ma'am, for your question. Hopefully, you get your answer. There is another question from Radhika Kakkar. She is asking, while doing the downward facing dog, can you practice that in cycle or?
Yeah, I already mentioned
Yes,
that. Yes,
yes,
with
ma'am.
head support. Yes, with head
Yeah,
support. Thank
exactly.
you, Radhika ji.
There is another question from Cynthia Garcia. She is asking
Yeah.
that I would like to know about fasting during PMS, or maybe more of a broth juice, liquid diet, or what else for the people who craves sugary processed food in PMS.
Yeah, Cynthia ji, you can enjoy some donuts with me in Rishikesh, but not there. Okay, just kidding. See, definitely we all have the sugar craving, and for sugar craving, the best thing is having dates. Dates are the best thing which you can have during your cycle, which stops the craving for sugar, and which provides the lacking of nutrients in your body. There is, I'm missing that name right now. There is something which actually your body demands when you crave for sugar, which is being fulfilled when you enjoy dates. So you can enjoy dates. And also about fasting. Fasting usually during before cycle, if you are doing fasting, it will postpone your cycle, because in ancient any ceremonies and also they don't want to get into their cycle during that time, so they used to postpone their cycle without any medication. So they used to do fasting, which actually postponed the cycle. So this is one thing. And if you really wanted to do fasting, I will say intermittent fasting can be okay, but instead of fasting, I will simply say that you can have avoid all the junks if possible during the cycle time, and have more fruits and vegetables, and enjoy those fruits and vegetables more. And yes, you can have like 2 meals a day. That's enough. Like if you want to do fasting, then you can do just have 2 meals and skip the dinner and have some light soup at early dinner, like you can have. So you can do this. I hope you got the answer, Cynthia ji. Thank you, and good to have you here, Cynthia ji.
There is another question, ma'am. This is from Jasmine McKee. She is asking that apart from the inversions, which postures are beneficial, which you recommend during periods?
Jasmine, you can do apart from inversion, avoid core strengthening, avoid plank, avoid all the asanas which Coco used to do in the class. But yes, you can avoid plank. You can avoid any posture where your core is actually, there is a strong the muscles got engaged, the muscle pose, even plank or even side plank, any posture where make sure your abdomen muscle should be relaxed. And yes, twisting posture. We don't do twisting posture during cycles. So inversions, twisting posture, core strengthening you can avoid. Thank
Okay.
you.
There is another question, ma'am, from Swadesh Ranjan Pan. There is a question that for ovarian cyst and polycyst, which asanas, pranayam, or such type of measures can be taken?
Uh, See, in this way, if you go with a particular problem, then you will not, actually, that is not a right way to see the yoga practice. If you want to get into a yoga practice, what we have to do is we have to add all the like the asanas. What we do, there is no particular posture you can say this is good for this problem, because asanas are such that it works on your whole body. Now if I talk about PCOD, PCOS, all these problems are again the lifestyle. So you have to start from your changing your lifestyle, and make sure at least sun salutation, if not all the asanas, at least sun salutation, Surya Namaskar, Hatha Yoga, Surya Namaskar, you are every day you are doing. I'm not talking about just one set of Surya Namaskar, but minimum 12, 15 you should do, especially 12 set of Surya Namaskar when you do at sunrise time, in the morning at sunrise time. That's actually very healthy, which has been also proved that it increases the calcium and vitamin D, especially women, because of hormonal disbalance that also get balanced. So I think you should do. There is no particular asana or pranayama, but combination of asanas and pranayama. You should know what to avoid. And for what to avoid, the best thing is to understand your body, to be aware of your body, and try to find out which posture is difficult for you, or what maybe in some posture you don't feel comfortable. So you avoid that thing. I hope you got the answer for your question.
Hopefully she got the answer. And another question from Pragya Paramita Mishraji. She is asking that, ma'am, how can we reduce severe cramps during the periods? Which asana can be practiced for that?
Yeah. Again, first of all, practice before. Same thing, practice before. It's not like you will eat a tablet and immediately you will get the result. See, we just want, like, okay, today I'm doing this, just now I should get. No, it's not like that. We have to practice before, and during the time you are getting cramps, you have to especially you lie down on your back into a cross leg position. Don't lie down directly. Keep some bolster. You keep a bolster at your back, and make sure your pelvis should be. See, it's difficult to tell you here, so maybe if she can message me, I will send a picture to her about this posture. But try to do that posture where your abdomen area should be open. Your pelvic floor should be open. It should not be contracted. It should not be closed. It has to be open to allow the blood vessels to function. And if you are regular on your practice, you will not get cramp. And also your foot. Thank you.
So Pragyaji, stay tuned with Parveen Ma'am in the Instagram. You have got the link in the chat box also. You can also follow the Live Holistic for more such information. And another question is from Roompa. She is asking that for last 4 months, she missed her period state and it comes sometime 10-15 days late. Please suggest something.
Okay. See, first of all, you have to now consult some gynecologist if you have this issue, because sometimes we need to understand, there may be something which we cannot understand easily, so we have to get through some medical examination. So I think you should consult some good gynecologist who can find out the problem. And see, if again it's because of the lifestyle. Now I can't say like exactly it's a lifestyle or what. I don't know if you're married or if you have a kid or the thing, because it depends upon person to person. So exactly saying about what to do, or it's difficult. So I will suggest you to first consult a gynecologist, and then we can help you. Yeah, thank you.
So, ma'am,
Yes,
we are also
Nirmal.
live in the social media Facebook, so there are some questions from there as well. So there is a misconception.
Yeah, okay.
There is a question that Amit, he is asking that the procedure of practicing yoga during or after the menstrual cycle. There is a taboo. There is a misconception that when should it be practiced. So he is asking when should it be practiced, before or after the menstrual cycle.
Sorry, I didn't get the question. Is it like
Uh,
why we should practice?
no,
Why
ma'am.
we should practice?
I'm reading out the question that he is
Yeah, yeah.
asking that there is a confusion between the lot of articles that says that when menstrual the yoga practice should be done. It should be
Mm-hmm.
should it be done before the menstrual cycle or after the menstrual cycle?
Okay. See, actually, I think it's because of the generation gap. There was a time when women, like, not now also, if you see women, now women are working. Even on cycle, they do work, right? So there was at that time when you cannot stop women from working, and the whole family responsibility was on women. It was very difficult to stop women on cycle, which actually was a main concern for women's health. And during the cycle time, lifting heavy weight, which is not impossible for them, they were very strong. Women at early age were very strong than women now, especially if I talk about India. They were very strong women, and the thing was that they were unstoppable. They used to do work and everything. So to stop them, uh, intentionally this thing was being kept that okay, women should not go to temple, or women should not do these things, or women should avoid these things, because physically also their health was affected. And again, as in my session I told that our prana vayus are connected with these changes in our body. So that pran vayu will change if we don't give rest, and if we don't allow our body to work naturally. Though that what we do, if we get anything, we try to cut that natural flow. So we have to understand that natural flow. We have to respect that natural flow. So you should not do, or you should do. You should understand what to do and what modulation to do, how to do. So you can do your normal practice in regular days, and during cycle, especially during cycle, you modulate your practice. For example, if you are into downward dog in your regular day, you're practicing downward dog. Same thing you can do during cycles. How? By keeping support, by taking support on, by keeping your head on that. So like this you can do, right? I hope
Okay.
you got the answer. I don't know.
Hopefully, he got the answer. And here comes to the end of the question answer session. And
Thank you, Nilanjan.
thank you, everyone. There is
Yeah,
a
thank.
small information for all of you that don't miss following Parveen Ma'am in the Instagram and Live Holistic, and also Pratibha Ma'am, who is very much active in the social media Facebook. You can follow her. And also there is a demo classes being organized by Live Holistic. You can join those demo classes also. And these classes are really helpful for all the ages, and especially for women as well. So we will be coming with more such topics which are helpful for the women as well as men, with a really very informational way, just like today. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone from across the globe. Thank you for being with us. Especially thank you to Parveen Ma'am and Pratibha Ma'am,
Thank
who
you,
gave
Nilanjan.
their valuable time to
Yeah.
us.
No, no,
Thank you
thank
so
you,
much.
Nilanjan. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Thank you, Nilanjan. Thank you so much for organizing this. And thank you to all the participants.
So we will be coming to you again in the next Sunday. Stay tuned to Live Holistic. Thank you. Thank you very much.